I played a ton of games in 2024. 99 of them to be exact. Kinda disappointed I didn't play one more to get to 100. Out of those 99, I beat 34 of them, and I wanted to share with you what's probably my top 10 of the year. This is going in order of when I played them. So, not saying that the one that's coming first is the best, not saying it's the worst, just in order. Also, why am I dropping a video about my top 10 for 2024 and 2026, you ask? Little thing called procrastination. Anyway, let's get into it. So I played Alan Wake at the start of 2024, and it's been so long I've kind of forgot why I liked it so much when making this list. However, all it took was watching the music video again to remember why it is just incredible. It just loves to have this weird and wacky atmosphere that blends with the serious drama, and it kept me entertained the whole way through. The gunplay was solid, and it had elements of survival horror that always keeps you on your toes. There's this sense of mad panic of just always running out of the ammo and having to be creative in your attacks, which adds so much to it. All I'm gonna say is just go watch the music video after this video, of course, come on. They drop a new Like a Dragon game every single year, but somehow manage to keep dragging me back into it without the formula getting old. And Infinite Wealth was absolutely no exception. It's that mixture of seriousness and absolute insanity that I just love with it. Like 1 minute you're in a Yakuza crime story, and then next you're on the back of the trolley taking pictures of weirdos. This was the second game in the turn-based style, and they absolutely nailed it. It felt like they improved on every aspect from the first one. The main minigame was also a banger, being like a town-building Animal Crossing sort of thing, which you just would not expect in a crime drama game, but hey, here we are. I still love hanging out with the new crew, and it was just also such a great final send-off for Kiryu. Well, you know, until they bring him back again. He's never gone. But, speaking of bringing people back, so I didn't gush too much about the characters in Like a Dragon, but I have to for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. God, I just love the gang in these games. They feel so well developed, and this is gonna sound stupid, but I genuinely felt the connection to each of them through their troubles and triumphs. You spend just so much time with them in the trilogy so far that it's hard not to fall for their charms. From like Aerith's playfulness to Cloud's gradual opening up and losing its rough exterior. Just every scene builds on us learning more and more about what the characters are about, and it's just... I just love them. Anyway, as for the game itself, yep, slaps, combat's sick. They made a card game in it that I actually wanted to play. Absolutely crazy work. Yeah, so I'm not normally a fan of games that are primarily vehicle-based, especially when customization's involved. Not normally my thing at all. But I'd read the Sandland manga and really liked the world that was built there, so I thought, why not? I'll give it a go. And what I got after that was a nice romp through the desert with a couple of wacky fellas, blowing shit up, drifting around in my trusty One Punch Man themed tank I made. Actually did customization for once. Crazy, does not happen. Whilst the game wasn't anything mind-blowing, it's just the sort of like brain-dulled experience that I'm after every once in a while. Like a nice reminder that you should always try games that seem like they might be slightly out of your wheelhouse. Speaking of... I have not played a wrestling game in maybe 14 years? But after seeing other people play it over that time, I finally decided to get one. Now it's been 16 years, and I have 70 hours in this game, and I still technically haven't played a wrestling game. Let me explain that. So I bought WWE for the sole purpose of making custom characters and running AI-controlled matches that my friends and I could watch and commentate over, and it was just an absolute blast. At the time, I was hit with a feeling that I wasn't doing enough creative stuff, and WWE was like such a great outlet for that. Like, I'll have the characters showing on screen, and if you're interested in full videos of the rumbles I made, they're on the channel. That I definitely recommend checking them out after. I just love the fact that I'm putting a game where I controlled nobody, didn't actually play anything, is on this list. So when I made this list, I put Dungeons of Hinterberg on there. I'm stretching my brain because it's been so many, like 2 years now. I can't really remember why I liked it, I just know I did. I gotta do these when I actually finish the game or something, but like, I think it was the meld of the systems working together. It was very Persona-like in you improve your relationships, you do shopping, you improve your stats in the mornings, and then you go do the dungeons during the day. And the environment was really nice, the music, it was just a cozy game. That's why it's on here.
What a beauty! Oh, I've never seen one as big as that before.
If you thought I didn't have much to say about the last one, this one even less. I know I just like this game because it made me laugh a whole bunch. Don't watch too much of it, like just go into it blind is what I'd say for it. It's hilarious. It takes about as long as a movie to get through, so it's nice and bite-sized. And, you know, the setting reminds me of, oh, blighty in it, bruv. Sorry, real English people. Undertale Yellow is a perfect example of what a dedicated community can achieve in the world of modding and game creation. It's basically a whole standalone game that builds off the world of Undertale while still 100% feeling like it's got its own identity. It's got new story, characters, gameplay, and music are on display, and all of it felt like it could literally just be official, like a standalone DLC or something like that. It's crazy. I mean, Undertale is one of my favorite games, and this lives up to its name. I love the world and the characters set up here, and hope that the team that worked on this go on to do even more great things. This one deserves all the praise and recognition it got. 100%, all those game awards, yes. I am a sucker for 3D platformers. Definitely my favorite genre. That's because I grew up with the PS2, playing so many of those games, and this is easily in like the top 10 of platformers. Sure, I may be biased because it is just pouring that straight nostalgia into my brain, but the actual gameplay is exactly the sort of stuff I vibe with. Solid movement, enough mechanics to keep things interesting, and making the best use out of the PS5's like impressive controller. Loved seeing all the familiar faces in PlayStation history and just slowly accumulating a whole horde of them in the main hub. The only game I 100%ed from 2024, and I got the platinum for it because I just wanted to squeeze every last moment of fun from it. Most of the time when I'm gaming, I want something that's got action, adventure, energy. But sometimes it's good to just play something chill after a long day, and that's exactly where Crime Scene Simulator steps in. As the name suggests, you clean crime scenes after events involving many dead people take place. The mix of simple cleaning tasks and piecing together exactly what happens in those crimes is just like super cathartic and just works with my brain. Just dirt disappear, feel good. And they keep adding the occasional new mode or maps too, so even though I'm recording this in 2026, I've still been playing it on and off since that time. So there you have it, that's my top 10 for 2024. Absolute bangers in that year that still stick with me despite it being so long ago. We'll absolutely have to try and do these a bit sooner next time. Otherwise, See you in 2027 for the 2025 list.